Guys, for all of those support workers and support providers that use Shift Care, they have added a new tab onto Shift Care, and I want to talk about it because me and my 2IC spent weeks building an Excel spreadsheet that looks at exactly this thing, and Shift Care have just brought it out. So our lives have just been saved. So I want to talk about it and how beneficial it is for support providers to have this and utilize this system. Okay, so essentially what Shift Care have done is brought out this tab here called Care Signals. And what it does is it utilizes AI to pick up particular keywords in shift notes. So for example, if we're looking at aggression and violence, some keywords: hit, punch, kicked, bitten, scratched, aggressive, pushed, smacked, threatened. Now, I've actually gone in and added some additional words for various different risks that are common in our shift notes that we need to, I guess, be picking up on more frequently. So when it comes through, I'm just going to run you through one that I did yesterday. A little one will come up here, or however many the system has picked up. It will categorize it into 3 areas of risk: high risk, moderate risk, and low risk. So this is obviously not open because I have just done it, but essentially it will come through with the client what category the shift note falls under. It will have an overview of the notes, the staff and time, the confidence from the AI, and then it will have 2 actions. It will have clear the flag or create an incident ticket. Now, previously, our system for incident reporting was if there is, a high risk aggression, participant hurts themselves, whatever the incident is, our support workers will fill out a ticket on Shift Care and then refer to that ticket in their shift notes. It is essentially double handling, but this new system for Care Signals actually saves our support workers time in documentation, and it actually makes the documentation a little bit more clearer. So what we can do is get our support workers to be a little bit more descriptive with the shift and in their shift notes so that it will categorize this in the Care Signals as a high risk, moderate risk, low risk. And our client and care coordinator is able to manage this, flag anything that needs to be flagged immediately, and we can do our due diligence and follow up with our participants and families and staff as we do. Another really cool thing that I just noticed is when it creates a incident ticket or incident report, it will actually give you a review of the categories. So for example, for my shift, that I put in, it gave aggression and violence high, 95%, injury fall high, 85%, behavioral concern moderate, 90%, client distress, 80%, environmental concern low, incident and emergency high, falls risk moderate. And then what it did is it put in our SOAP note that I created and I wrote yesterday, and it had all the information there and what category. So what I can do is, because it was my shift, I can go in and I can close that and send it to the support coordinator. And for those wondering, I'm going to show you the Excel spreadsheet that I have made, because this may actually work for smaller providers. If you don't have Shift Care, let me know. I can actually send this to you. But it's called a DSL, Daily Support Log. And essentially it was a sheet that my 2IC would fill out once or twice a week, and we would talk about on a Friday. This is what it looked like. Essentially, what we did was we put the week, we would have our client's name, you would click what support worker it is, if it had been invoiced, if there was an incident, if a family or check-in is required by Roma and Chelsea, and then notes and follow-up, so overview of the progress note. Now, we were double handling to the max. I realized in order to get a little bit more efficient with our systems, we had to get rid of this because we were double handling and going back over things where we have Shift Care to utilize for that. So it didn't really work for us and how many clients we have and how complex our families are. But if you would like a copy, let me know and I can send you a free copy.